I didn't mean for all this to be so long, but at the same time, oh well. Is if it benefits you, hopefully it, it's benefiting me by talking about it, and hopefully it lets others know that you're not alone if you went through any of this. But yeah, the next weekend I went to the cross country camp, and that was fun too. And I didn't get into any trouble, although I did meet a guy there, and I met another friend. I can't remember, but I remember also doing yoga and thinking, oh my, because I was raised Christian. Well, not raised all like for years, like forever, or like from, but it was only for a few years. Like it was only my teenagers that I was raised Christian. So I was afraid that yoga, I was like, oh my god, is yoga a sin? Like, how the programming was fucking deep, okay? It was deep. Like, they demonize. And I don't know. But obviously, it's not a sin. So, yeah, and like I was in mental hospitals. Like the first time I went to one, I was like 12. That's when puberty hit me, and I was like, my hormones were raging. I didn't do nothing, but like I didn't know what to do, and I didn't like self-love, you could say, until I was like almost 19. Probably was 19, because I didn't know anything about it. I didn't know how to do it. Nope, they didn't teach me. Nobody taught me about it. They didn't talk about it. Like, obviously you can't, like, I don't know, like they didn't teach me anything. Like, I didn't know anything about my body. Yes, there was that sex education in school, but they don't, they don't teach, it's like, okay, so what? What about the anatomy? Like, I didn't understand. And so then also I was on medicine, like antidepressants and anti-anxieties and stuff like that. And so we all know those things kill your like drive, and I didn't understand why other teenagers were like raging and I could care less. Not only that, I'm also asexual, so like mostly demisexual or gray ace or whatever, like, or aflex, whatever. I'm on the spectrum, that's all that matters. I'm sex positive, but still, I could care less. Like, I could take care of myself. Only thing I do miss about it is the connection and intimacy between another person and I. But I have to have the bond, which means I have to talk to a person daily, at least, like, not all day, like, but at least daily, or like, like, you have to bond with me before that's gonna happen. Excuse me, I'm just all over the place with this, I guess. But yeah, when I was 12, I was in a mental hospital for like a week, and then I came back home, and then I was in group homes. Like, I went to the group home in a town near me for, let me think, a month, and then I was back in that same mental hospital that I was in the first time, in a different town near me, in a different unit of it for 6 months. And then after that, in the first night when I got there was this tornado, and we all had to go hide go into the shelter, like, which was like in like hallway area or something. And I met a person there, a girl there, and we were like best friends, but like I didn't realize I was into girls. But I think I actually had my first girl crush on her, and it scared the hell out of me because I was raised that it was wrong, or like it was just like implied or something, even though my ex-stepmother is gay. But she was like in the closet, even though before my dad, she had been with a woman for 5 years. And so like, I think she was just confused, like she didn't have the support. I don't know. It doesn't matter, because she was still abusive, and a narcissistic abusive person. She also would go, like I found out years later, she also would go to older kids that I went to school with, to their, beer parties or whatever, and crash them. And she was supposed to be a recovering alcoholic. she would go crash their beer parties and take the beer, chase them off, and then take the beer. Then they'd come back and it was gone. So that I was like, wow, that makes a lot of sense. So like a lot of narcissists are addicts of some kind, and a lot of the times it can be substance of some sort, or like, you know, so it's not surprising because they have to get their supply somehow. I don't know. Or like they can't live themselves, you know, that's why they have to like numb their self-hate and crap like that. Like, but anyways, yeah. So after okay, like here's where it gets fun. After the 6-month stay in the mental hospital, I go to a foster home, and I really loved it there, like, because all throughout my whole school years, I wasn't popular. I got picked on, all that crap, all the time. Especially when I was still living with my mom. She didn't teach me how to brush my hair, teeth, or stuff like that. And so my hair would always go like unbrushed, and people would make fun of me for it and all that stuff. And then she had to get a job because my ex-stepfather didn't help her with the bills. And then whenever he'd come home, he would just go straight to his room. So my brother was the one taking care of me. So like, you know, my brother is like a couple years older than me. I was born in 87. He was born in 84. So anyways, I think I'm gonna make another video. Hold on.